welcome to Actors Talk. I'm Ayana Taylor, and today our lovely guest is LaJuan Miller. Okay, LaJuan. So we met at Playhouse West. We both went to school there, right up the street, literally North Hollywood. And we've just been such a wonderful experience at Playhouse West. And so I met this amazing person, and he's also my accountability buddy.
Yes.
So every week we call each other on a Sunday evening, just like, hey, did you get those goals accomplished? If anything, it really just holds us accountable. So I love that we have that going on, and I want to interview him. So thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's jump right into our questions. So the first one is, tell us where you were from and what inspired you to come to Los Angeles?
Sure. So, like she said, my name is LaJuan Miller. Sorry about the planes.
Yeah, why?
This is my neighborhood. I live really close to the airport. But you do too, actually, right?
I do, but it's not this bad. Hey, you read over us.
So I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey, which is just like a town in Jersey, Union County.
Okay.
Not too far from Newark. But yeah, I was inspired to come to LA after in college. I started doing musical theater. I started doing musicals because I just kind of honestly I wanted an outlet to sing. I was singing a lot.
Oh, so you got a singer? I didn't know that. You sing? Okay.
I do sing, and so that was kind of an outlet to sing.
Okay.
And so I discovered acting through that. Even though acting was always kind of a thing that I thought could be something for me. Like as a kid, like I had a lot of energy, and my parents were always like, "We should just put you in something." They never did.
Yeah.
But they were
Same.
like,
They didn't ever.
And I'm lying because like my mom tried. She took me and my brother to these things like for commercial things, probably when we were little, like auditions or something.
Okay.
But we were just bad, and they just cause like we can't work with these kids. Like they're cute, they're fun, but they're like
They do
they're
the
wild.
most. Right,
exactly.
Okay.
And so I got into acting for real in college, where I was an English major at Rutgers in New Jersey, and I fell in love with acting and I just began to want to marry the writing and the acting together, and for me it seemed like the most realistic place to do that was television. Just because I love TV. And so it was like LA is the place for TV.
LA is the place to do it.
TV and film.
You gotta come out for all the opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yes. And that, what you just said about writing, just kind of blends into the next question that I have for you.
Come on, segue.
Look at that. Try to be a host or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, the next question I have is, I know that you love to write.
Yes.
I know that's something that you're really passionate about. But like you said, you really want to get into acting as well. So what would you say are your loves, your passion for each of those? Like, if you could say one thing that I love about writing or one thing I love about acting, like what would that look like for you? I mean, what would that bring to you in terms of your craft and what you do?
I think it probably just has to do with the connectivity of it all, like connecting with people, those, to sound like a Playhouse West student, those simple human truths that kind of unite us all, and like just kind of finding a cool, super specific way. Like that's the cool thing about it. Like you can tell it's what's so awesome about things like Insecure or Atlanta. You can tell like a super specific story, but like I can still see like I can relate to that. I can see some piece of myself. That's just like my friend or whatever. Even though I'm not a black woman from LA, you know what I mean? You don't have to have the same story. So like I think that's what really kind of fires me up about writing and acting. And just like with acting in particular, I think it's like taking on a role and like seeing where are like that Meryl Streep quote like that about I find myself.
Finding yourself in all these roles and characters.
You take something that's dissimilar and you find things similar. Like just that idea. And it just kind of reminds you like we're all like connected, and that's what art's about, right?
That's so true. I love that. So writing and acting, how they, it is a part of you, and finding that similarity in that.
Absolutely.
That's so good.
It's the stuff that connects us all.
Absolutely. That was well answered. Well answered.
Thank you.
Yes. And then don't come out of frame. You gotta stay close.
Right.
I'm not a framing right now. Okay.
No, we're good. I'm sure.
Okay. And then the third and final question, just basically going back to our accountability, how we hold each other accountable. We do that from week to week so we can make sure we're on top of it, that we don't get lost in the big picture, but we see the small bites that we need to do. So we are doing that, but what would you say are the long-term goals for you? So like, what does it look like for you in a year? What does it look like for you in 5 years or 10 years? Or just like in terms of longevity being in this industry? What does that look for you? I know it was
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been like honestly evolving since I've been here. Like you come here thinking like and then like it just evolves.
It changes.
And it really does. And I just have come to a place where I want to be able to, like, in a year it'd be amazing to be able to live off of like the work I'm doing to some to some degree. Like I'm not saying like in a
I made it, like I'm gonna get my car and everything,
but like booking commercial something, you know what I mean? Like I could just be comfortable with it. And I have like things that aren't like really actory, but like I want to move, like I want to move to a different part of town in a year or so, just like
I'm making moves, making money moves,
like the ultimate, the full, like what I want my life to be, because life is that's our biggest piece of that's our greatest contribution to art, I think, like the life that we end up living. So
true.
Yeah, but that doesn't really answer the question.
I think that does answer the question, because it's just like we get so lost in like, okay, the details of it, but you want to know the essence of like the life that you want to live. So even though it's like not specific, it's just like, hey, this is the life I want to live.
For sure. And that's if I had to choose some like specific things, like in terms of I would love to, like, I want to, like, in terms of the writing and acting thing, I want to ultimately one day kind of be like a Donald Glover, Issa Rae, Pamela Adlon, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Like, I would love to have my own television show or something like that.
Claim it, let's do it. Woo, speak it.
Absolutely. So, centered around like my experience and like the stories I want to tell. Like, I have a point of view. I want to ultimately one day be at a place where I don't know if that means having a production company or something, but like where I can kind of put out my point of view, or without being completely beholden to like you can't do this because people won't relate to this sort of story. Where I can just like, this story I want to tell, I'm gonna do it and release it.
And that's what it is, and they can have a conversation about it. You trying to be like Tyler Perry getting them studios,
I don't think about Tyler that often, but that's a good example of someone who
he created his own and really like wants to bring other people in. It's just like it's very like a wholesome thing. So.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, that's all of my interview, but I do want to swing one at you. Last question.
Okay.
What piece of advice or tips that you can share with actors who are pursuing the career, pursuing the dream, who do get hang-ups, because we all struggle. But what piece of advice can you share with, people watching, and just about your journey or whatever your struggles have been, in order to help them continue on? You know what I'm saying? It can be so overwhelming at times. And so what advice would you share?
I feel like there's so many things. I feel like y'all also don't have to listen to anything I say, because we're all figuring it out.
No, you speak it.
No, you're right.
They can apply if they want to, but you can speak your true belief.
But that's the thing. Like, trust yourself. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, like you have to really, and like it's something I'm still like struggling with every day. Like even as an actor, like in the moment of a scene, like trust yourself. You got this. You did the work. You can relax. Like trust yourself. Like you know what you want.
You are all you have.
You are all you have.
Depend on yourself, because you're reliable. I love that.
For sure, and it really is like that. Do what you got to do to get clarity about what you want, so you can be intentional. Like when you can say this is what I want, this is this is why I want it, or whatever. You can be intentional about your doings. You know what I mean? This is what I need to be doing today. So be clear, be intentional, trust yourself. You got this.
I'm not even gonna say nothing else after that, because that was time. Y'all listening?
Write it down.
Speaking that gold fruit right there. Okay, so that is the end of our interview. I want to thank LaJuan Miller again for being on Actors Talk with Ayanna Taylor. If you want to follow him, if you want to follow LaJuan and all the stuff he's doing, he's on Instagram. Let him know your Instagram. Let us know you're updated. That was one of our goals.
Getting my social media presence.
So what is the hashtag?
At the moment, it is at LaJuan Tansu. That may end up becoming just my personal one. I may have to have one for my career stuff. But I'll let y'all know.
Yes,
I'll let you know.
But that's the thing. Okay, so now you guys can follow him, and then when he makes that transition to his new platform, you can just like, I'm gonna go follow him. So
maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just revamp it.
Maybe he might revamp it. So stay tuned. You
gotta have clarity so you can be intentional.
Just exactly what he just said. saying.
You know, I gotta get clear on what I'm trying to do.
And that's the thing. Like I said, we talk about these things, goals, and stuff that we want to work on. But you got to remember, like, we're all a work in progress. So it's just like, I'm saying this is what I want to do, this is what I want you to do. But we all have to make sure that we're applying ourselves and really taking the advice that we already know. You know, it's already in us.
Yeah.
It's just about execution, really putting ourselves
Absolutely.
out there. So, all right, guys, we ain't gonna say nothing else.
This is so
Thank
dope.
you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, like, do all that good
Absolutely.
stuff. Thank you again, LaJuan.
Of course.
All right.
You're amazing. This
Bye,
is amazing.
guys. Peace.